Guys, today I want us to dive into a set of videos that explore the passionate, dramatic, humorous, and sometimes brutally honest experiences people share online about, dating Jamaican men. These reactions have sparked huge conversations across social media. Conversations filled with bold opinions, emotional confessions, and cautionary tales. And now it's important to say this upfront. We are not here to generalize, judge, or even stereotype any group of people. Instead, we are here to examine the patterns and themes that keep appearing in these social stories. Why so many viewers relate to them, and what they reveal about dating dynamics, emotional expectations, and cultural perceptions.
The idea of Jamaican men is like window shopping. You can't take them home with you. They nice to look at. They are shiny. You want to touch them. You want to grab them. They're tantalizing. They smell good. They funny. They could cook. But you leave them at the store. You leave them there. Because once you buy them and bring them home with you, pain, agony, stress, depression, excitement.
I will never date another Jamaican man. Let me tell you. Yo, they lie bad. One time I was dating this Jamaican man. This is my first and my last time. And I lived on my island, in Cayman Islands, and then I go to meet him in Jamaica to visit him. And he had a hickey on his neck, and I was like, what the heck? What is that? Where you get a hickey from? Why do you have a hickey? You know what he asked me? He asked me how we get there. That was the last time he ever saw me. Never again. Never again.
And let me tell you why. They cheat, they lie nonstop. They are so good at gaslighting you. Their egos are so big and they like to have them fed. And they are smooth talkers and charmers. I have always been attracted to West Indian men, especially Jamaican men. I have been to Jamaica more than a dozen times, but don't get it twisted. It's not to look for a husband or a boyfriend. I love the country, the people, the food, the culture. Not looking for a partner. I have had lots of experience with Jamaican men because I do meet them and I do like them and I guess they like me. And so it happens. I'm beginning to see a pattern with these men that I thought as a foreigner I would have a different perspective, a different experience. But as it turns out, it looks like I'm having the same experience as many Jamaican women. This cheating and lying nonstop. It's so common that a male Jamaican friend once told me that it's so common that it's accepted, it's almost widely accepted by both men and women in the culture. Which makes me sad because Jamaican women are so strong, they're so fierce, they're so beautiful that I would never think that they would accept something like that. But obviously, I do not have the same culture. So there are things that I will not understand about how the culture works. And maybe they don't. Maybe they don't accept it. Maybe this guy was full of shit, like the rest of them. Connection to that is they are smooth talkers and charmers. They will tell you, oh, you're the only one in my life. I want you to be my wife. I want to have your children. I will do anything for you. I will marry you tomorrow. Ladies, especially foreigners, take it with a grain of salt. Listen to what they say, but don't believe it because it's not true. A wise friend once told me, what the hell could a man possibly want from a foreigner when they have all these beautiful Jamaican women in Jamaica who they can fuck every day if they want to, who can make food for them every day if they want to? What would they want with you who's from a different country? Yes, you can tell me, oh, it's a different connection between us. It's a special connection. But really, think about it. They have such big egos and they like to have them fed. Here's an example. I was talking to a Jamaican man and his ego was so big and he liked the idea that somebody, me, had strong feelings for him, who was in love with him. And so no matter how toxic he must have known he was, and how much he knew he must have been hurting me, he wouldn't let me go. He kept trying to pull me into him again and again and again, because he knows that it makes him feel good knowing that I would come back and that I would still have the same feelings for him. I think that's what they do because it makes them feel good. Also, and this gentleman deserves a special mention, although he's not Jamaican, he's Trini. I was engaged to this man a long, long time ago. He cheated on me with at least 10 women. And the only reason how I knew it was at least 10 women was that one of the women who he cheated with realized that he was cheating on her. So she sent me all the names of the other women. Now let me tell you something else about this man. He would come visit me here in Canada. And so he asked her to buy something for me that he could carry for me. And you know what it was? It was a mortar and pestle. Yes, a mortar and pestle. We're talking #1 classic guy here, ladies. Jamaican men, you know, they're good as friends. They're good to have drinks with. They're good to hang out with. They're good to be a pump. However, be very careful. Do not, and I repeat, do not let your hearts touch them with a 10-foot pole, because you're going to regret it. You're going to get yourself hurt. Learn from my experience. Learn from your past experience. Learn from all our mistakes, and just set yourselves free.
I'm coming to you as a fellow Nigerian, and I am begging you, my women, stay far away from Jamaican men. See, Jamaican men, oh, they're mad. They have sweet words. Their mouth is so sweet. The way they be sweeting you their words. Oh, me love the way your body just go like sugar water. Me love the way you just wine your waist like Coca-Cola. They have stories. They have words for you. But see those words, they're also using it on other babes. Guys, if I tell you why I suffered, I'm gonna be in 3 relationships. If I tell you that one of them was a Jamaican, I suffered. See this man, I thought he loved me. In fact, he did, but he didn't know how to just be content. He wanted to be talking to babes on the line, telling girls on Snapchat like he can enter them. Oh guys, I can't even utter the things that was happening, but I'm just telling you, when I'm ready I'll come and tell you guys what happened. But I'm just telling you, be aware. You see Nigerian men, yeah, they get words, but money go follow after. So get it. And then Nigerian men, I feel like they're more respectful of it. If they want to cheat, they'll do it, you know. But Jamaican men, it's just blatant. They'll just be messaging like 10, 15 women. They don't even respect God. But then the worst one is you'll never know, because the way they'll be sweeting you their mouth. They can't even be living with you and doing this thing. I know what I'm talking about. I know where I'm talking from experience, girl.
As we look at these reactions, one thing becomes clear. People aren't just talking about Jamaican men. They are talking about relationships that feel intense, connections that feel overwhelmingly, and expectations that clash with reality. Across the clips, we see the same themes surfacing again and again. There is the allure, the confidence, the charm, the humor, the passion, the cultural swagger that many describe as magnetic. This is the part of why the topics get so much attention. People aren't drawn into something bland. They are drawn into something exciting, but excitement has two sides. Many of these storytellers also talk about emotional turbulence, mixed signals, and moments where affection and uncertainty seem to coexist. And whether these experiences are fair, exaggerated, individual, or cultural, they spark important conversations about emotional boundaries, trust, and self-awareness in dating. So the real story isn't simply good or bad. It's the contrast, the push and pull between affection and confusion, attraction and caution. Watching these reactions reminds us how powerful connection can be. but also how important it is to protect our emotional health. Now let's break down the deeper narrative here, yeah? Because beneath the humor and storytelling is a very real emotional experience that many online creators are trying to articulate. What we are witnessing is a collision between expectation and reality in the dating world. When people talk about their experiences dating men from a specific cultural background, whether Jamaican, American, Nigerian, British, or even otherwise, they are really describing personal encounters, not universal truths. But when those encounters feel intense, confusing, or unforgettable, they often get retold in ways that sound larger than life. These reaction videos highlight a few major emotional themes. One, the appeal of intensity. Many storytellers describe relationships that feel, powerful and consuming. They talk about partners who are affectionate, attentive, and deeply connected, at least in certain moments. This level of intensity can feel thrilling, especially if someone is not used to that style of affection. Excitement becomes memorable, almost addictive. It becomes part of the story people tell, not just about the person, but about themselves and how relationships made them feel. But intensity can also blur boundaries. When affection feels overwhelming, it becomes harder to separate what feels good from what feels unhealthy. And for many people in these videos, that is where emotional complications begin. Number two, they talk about emotional roller coaster. A major theme in all the online commentary is emotional highs and lows. People aren't describing relationships that are neutral. They are describing situations that feel unpredictable. This unpredictable energy can be charming at first but stressful over time. Listeners resonate with these stories because many have experienced that type of relationship themselves, regardless of nationality. Relationships built on extremes often become the ones that leave the deepest marks. What's interesting is that so many videos express the same internal conflict. I was drawn in emotionally, but I felt confused. I enjoyed the passion, but not the instability. I cared deeply, but I didn't feel secure. These are some of universal dating struggles, simply expressed through a cultural lens. Number three, the battle between trust and doubt. A recurring topic in these reaction clips is trust or the lack of it. Many creators share stories where trust was tested, questioned, or even completely broken. But here's the key point. These stories don't just highlight the actions of another person. They highlight the storyteller's emotional journey. People express feeling misled, unsure, or even manipulated. And that emotional impact becomes the center of the narrative. They are reacting not simply to behavior, but to how that behavior made them question themselves. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. And when it's shaken, no matter who is involved, the emotional fallout can be intense. That is a human experience, not a cultural stereotype. Number four is the importance of boundaries. Another huge takeaway from the videos is the lesson of boundaries. Many creators say they ignored red flags because of romance, chemistry, or even excitement. This is incredibly common in relationships. Everywhere, when someone is charming, confident, or even affectionate, boundaries get blurry. People rationalize behaviors they normally wouldn't accept. And when the relationship ends, they reflect not only on the partner, but on the choices they made. These videos remind viewers of the importance of emotional self-protection. You can enjoy passion, fun, and chemistry, but you should never abandon your sense of self. Number five, the tension between attraction and caution. What makes this online reaction so engaging is the contrast. People describe being deeply attracted to someone, by the energy, personality, charisma, or even culture, but also learning hard lessons along the way. This duality makes the topic relatable. You can be attracted and still get hurt. You can fall for the good moments and overlook the warning signs. You can enjoy someone deeply and still know they are not right for you. Human beings are complex, and relationships even more so. These reaction videos highlight the clash between desire and reality, a clash many viewers understand. Well, my final thoughts: when we look beyond the specific stories and focus on the emotional patterns, we see something universal. People want love, stability, and honesty. They want passion, but also peace. They want chemistry, but also trust. The experiences shared online about dating Jamaican men are not really about an entire group. They are reflections of personal journeys filled with conflict, excitement, vulnerability, and growth. So as we react to these videos, it's crucial to remember every culture has amazing partners and unhealthy partners. Every individual brings their own behaviors, habits, strength, and flaws. And every relationship touches something about love, about boundaries, and about ourselves. Now, let's continue to enjoy these discussions, yes, but let's also keep them grounded, respectful, and centered on the real message, protecting your heart, learning from your experiences, and recognizing the kind of love you truly deserve. Now, guys, it's your turn. I need to know what your thoughts are about this particular topic. So drop a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also, remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.